Hey everybody over there in the YouTube universe, my name is Waldo. Welcome to my new series here on YouTube. Here on Waldo, what I want to do is I want to review anything and everything that you have to offer. I mean anything from movies, trailers, books, comic books, Dragon Ball Z episodes, the new Deadpool test footage. You let me know, I'll take a look at it. Where to begin? Well, let's begin where everybody's talking about. Let's begin with Star Wars. When I first watched this trailer, I couldn't believe it. I was just so enthralled with the fact that it's actually going to happen. I remember hearing back when J.J. Abrams took over the entire thing, said, hey, I want to do it, and Disney and all them other guys got together and said, hey, let's make a new Star Wars. I was scared out of my mind, one, Disney, two, they uncanonized the books and turned them into, I believe, Legacy or Legend, and three, the fact that it's being made in 2015 after the horrible instances of episode 1, 2, and 3. But on the other hand, we finally get to see the trailer. Everything about this teaser is exactly what it's meant for. It is a teaser. It is meant to go bang, zam, zoom, take a look at this, take a look at that, and boom, it's coming out. And they did it perfectly. I mean, with John Boyega in the beginning, when he just pops up out of the bottom of the screen, I about fell over. It shocked me. And everybody's like, it shocked me because it's a black guy in a Stormtrooper outfit. Who cares? If you're so worried about being a black guy in a Stormtrooper outfit in the year 2015, well, now 2014, you're an asshole. That's just it. But, I mean, everything about this trailer that came out was awesome. When I was able to take a look at it, I could still see a lot of remnants and a lot of, this is Star Wars. And it wasn't a direct copy of the last Star Wars. It wasn't, exactly the same. It does have a little bit of the feel of J.J. Abrams, but that's J.J. He's going to sprinkle his little fairy dust on top of it. But he kept true to the original look of Star Wars. When you saw that speeder and how everything looked the way it's supposed to look, it didn't look like when they did in episode 1, just let's put chrome on everything. Oh my gosh, it still has that aged, steampunky kind of look to it. It looked like the original Star Wars. The X-Wings going through looked amazing. When I first saw the X-Wings, I was just like... Let's get into the one fact everybody else in the world is mad about. The lightsaber. Now, I have read, played, watched a lot of Star Wars. There is thousands of different types of lightsabers. I was talking to a buddy of mine the other day who actually is a YouTuber himself, 8-Bit Ninja. There was whips. I think at one time there was a mace that was a lightsaber. So if you're getting worried about the fact that this thing has a hilt and a handguard, yeah, it's got a tattered look to it because it's more likely an unstable crystal. Your entire way of thinking just got blown out of the sky twice, and now the Empire is gone and the Sith are in hiding. So you don't have the technologies you had before to make these crystals and do these just amazing things with these crystals and make them look good. And the Sith never did that in the first place. The Sith never really took care of the crystal. If you're all wondering what the heck I'm talking about, crystals are inside the lightsabers, which makes the lightsaber the way it is. Every Jedi and Sith are supposed to build their own lightsaber, except for Luke Skywalker and A New Hope. But that doesn't count. Other than that, I think it was amazing. I think it looked awesome. One of the cool things about having that handguard there is when they decide to come down and go down the side of the lightsaber and try to take their hand off, that's going to stop them. And it just, to me, it gives me a sense of impending doom. The fact that these Sith are coming back and it's an awakening, I want that impending doom. But other than that, I mean, everything about the trailer was fantastic. You just got to remember, people, it was a teaser. Be happy it just wasn't a logo saying, The Force Awakens, spend your money here in 2015. I'll leave all this up to you guys to decide. I think that this Star Wars is very similar to the Star Wars that I fell in love with when my grandmother sat me down and said, you need to watch this, young man. And everything about the teaser I was ecstatic about. I love the Millennium Falcon chase scene. And if anyone has a question, those little streams coming out of the back of it, I'm not trying to dumb anybody down or anything. Those little streams that coming out of the back of that contrails, just like you see on a plane. I had to explain this to a guy at the bus stop earlier today. He had no idea. He was like, oh, why is it all smoking? Did it get shot? I was like, no. Also, for all you Star Wars nerds out there, did anybody else besides me notice the low-profile satellite dish on the Millennium Falcon? I hope somebody got that, because I have a bad feeling that nobody's going to understand that. But if you do, awesome. Anything else about this trailer that I would have to say? I mean, the speeder was awesome. The scene with the stormtroopers was awesome. But Star Wars fans, I'm one of you. I love you guys. Remember, this is J.J. Abrams, a fan of Star Wars ever since he was a child. Well, ever since it came out. Adaptation. There's gonna be things that you're not gonna like. There's gonna be things that you're gonna love. But the last thing you need to do is hate the movie just based on the fact that there was a couple lens flares, or this scene was a little too dark, or the lightsabers got a blade and a hilt. It's still Star Wars at heart. It's still what we love and are in love with. Just sit down and think to yourself, what made you watch the first four? I mean, the first three, technically 4, 5, and 6. What made you watch that? Because what made you watch that is going to help you get into this new one. I'm happy that they didn't show us Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford and all them in the first teaser. It's great that we get to see these new faces, and to be honest, John Boyega sounds like a name from Star Wars, so he might as well not change his name for the movie. But that's just my opinion. I'm glad they didn't do that, because the last thing I need to see is a bunch of stars being thrown at me, and then only see them for like 30 seconds in the film. So I'm glad they showed us these new people that are coming into Star Wars. But other than that, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them down there in the comments bar. I will address every single one of them, either through the video or through a reply. If you liked this, go ahead and hit the like over there. If you really liked it, there's a subscribe button right here beneath me. Well, in this general region down here. Alright? Once again, I'm Waldo. Thank you for watching. You have been an amazing audience so far.